I graduated from college a little while ago back in May, and it was a pretty special experience for me to say the least. I never got to walk across the stage for my high school graduation because, you guessed it, I was a mere statistic of the number of quarantine classes there were from 2020. So for me, there was no prom, no graduation ceremony, nothing. All our class got was a crappy YouTube video that misspelled a lot of people's names, screwed up what others did or achieved during the 4 years they attended my high school, and really looked like the entire thing was put together on MS Paint overnight and edited by a first grader. So yeah, what a way to go out. Nonetheless, my college graduation was definitely different because it actually highlighted what everybody achieved throughout their 4 years or more of trying to obtain their bachelor's degree, and that they actually cared about your achievements. On the big day, my graduation ceremony was hosted at our university's large hockey arena, and all of the seniors, including myself, had to go to our rec center, which is interconnected to the venue itself. So when I got there, everyone had to form a long, single-file line that stretched all the way on a sidewalk to another back road, so that way we could get our honors cords and eventually line up in numeric alphabetical order to get seated for the ceremony. And a lot of people really made it harder than it actually had to be because they forgot how to count. Then we eventually all started to get seated for the ceremony, and when all of us were heading into the arena, there were literally 5,000 or more people in attendance just applauding for over 15 minutes straight until after the convocation came out with the mace to finally take the stage and get the commencement started. For me, that's really the moment when reality really started to sink in to think that I was really going to be a college graduate, and everyone all around was congratulating not just you, but the other graduates in my class on their achievements and individual successes as well. We had a woman from a major Fortune 500 company give the commencement speech, and overall I thought her speech was pretty good as it reflected on her most memorable experiences at the same college I attended way before I was born. Thankfully, there wasn't anything controversial that was said, such as punching babies or thinking that all women should work from the home, as it was a pretty normal speech to give to graduating students. Eventually, I finally get to hear my name get called and walk across the stage. Now, throughout my time in college, I was most definitely an academic nut, so I was extremely pimped out in banners and cords all around my neck, and I felt like my hard work had finally paid off. For those of you wondering, I graduated with magna cum laude, in major honors, and being a member of a National Honor Society. After the commencement ceremony, all of the graduates are congratulated by all the professors from the convocation as we walk out of my university's hockey arena. And with that, I officially reached new heights as my college graduation for obtaining my bachelor's degree was finally in the books. Soon after, as I'm trying to find my family that's standing all the way at the end of the street from the hockey arena, I had to walk through a mob of over 5,000 people just to try and find them. 30 minutes later, I finally met up with them, took pictures all around the campus to live in the moment, finished cleaning out my dorm room, and off we went to spend a couple days of vacation at this beautiful lake house retreat in the middle of New Hampshire. All in all, I had a very relaxing vacation, just spending time with family, my dog, working on my Market Square video for the survival series, and going canoeing with my dad, which I was surprisingly pretty good at. However, remember the part where I said I had to walk through a mob of over 5,000 people? You wouldn't believe if I told you that I ended up catching a cold from somebody standing in that enormous crowd of people. Go figure. So the last couple of days while still on vacation and my long car ride to get back home, I had to deal with being pretty sick, which was not fun at all, especially as an adult, because it feels like you're getting constantly hit by a 2x4. But the ick that I had was no match as I managed to persevere through it anyways. Graduating from college was a very unique experience, to say the least. My commencement ceremony was everything I hoped it would be, and it'll definitely be a moment that lives in the back of my mind for the rest of my life. Now, did I have any initial regrets about going to college? And the answer to that is, yeah, some. I think one of the big things when I first went in 2020 during quarantine was that I didn't really have the opportunities to meet a lot of new people and make friends right off the bat my freshman year. This was a big reason why many people who graduated from high school the same year I did wanted to take a gap year from going to any university because, as you'd expect, it was pretty weird. Every class was basically online via Zoom, and there wasn't a whole lot of hands-on learning or the opportunity to make new friends. Despite me often thinking about that, I personally would not change anything when I originally went to school back in 2020, as throughout my academic career I met some amazing people who I still keep in touch with today, and going to college allowed me the opportunity to not only grow significantly as a person, but to finally have people around me that actually want me to succeed. And aside from my family and some of my friends, I didn't really have those types of people to surround myself with growing up, as people saw me as weak, insecure, most people didn't know who I was, and they actually wanted to see me fail. To me, those individuals throughout my time at university are the ones who helped me eventually obtain my diploma to begin with, which ironically came in the mail when I was in the middle of making this video, which was kind of cool. Now, the next adventure for me is that I'm currently in the process of finding an entry-level job related to my field of study. However, it's been really hard to get hired somewhere despite my crushing 10% advantage now over the rest of the US workforce. But personally, I'm beyond elated with where I am right now in life, and for me, I know the sky is only going to be the limit from this point forward. So remember, everyone who ends up going to college, or if you're currently attending a college right now, will take different paths to eventually get their degree, and if you drop out for whatever reason, that's okay. But if you're one of the ones who stays determined, it doesn't matter how you get there, as long as you graduate and get your degree, that's all what matters. Thanks for watching, I'll see you guys next time. Take care.